Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Node-RED is a flow-based development tool for visual programming that allows users to wire together devices, APIs, and online services. Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver is a node-red node that integrates Selenium-WebDriver, enabling you to automate web browser interactions within your node-red flows. This tutorial will guide you through the process of installing the node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver module, setting up a basic flow, and executing a Selenium-WebDriver script to interact with a web page. Node-RED installation: ensure that you have Node-RED installed on your machine or server. You can follow the installation instructions on the official Node-RED website. Node.js and npm: make sure you have Node.js and npm installed. You can download them from the official Node.js website. Chrome or Firefox Browser: you will need either Chrome or Firefox installed since Selenium WebDriver supports these browsers out of the box. Open a terminal and navigate to your Node-RED installation directory. Run the following command to install the Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver module. Once the installation is complete, start or restart Node-RED. Open your Node-RED editor in a web browser, usually at http://localhost 1880. Drag a Selenium WebDriver node from the palette onto the workspace. Double-click the node to configure it. Specify the browser, Chrome or Firefox, and provide the URL of the website you want to interact with. Connect the Selenium WebDriver node to a debug node. The debug node will help you inspect the output of the WebDriver actions. Deploy the flow. Double-click the Selenium WebDriver node and add a new action. In the action configuration, you can write a script to perform browser interactions. For example, you can navigate to a web page, click on an element, or extract text. Deploy the flow again. Trigger the flow execution, example inject a timestamp node, and check the output in the Debug tab. Congratulations! You have successfully set up and used Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver in Node-RED. This tutorial covered the installation process, creating a simple flow, and writing a basic Selenium WebDriver script. You can now expand on this foundation to automate more complex browser interactions within your Node-RED flows. ChatGPT. Node-RED is a flow-based development tool for visual programming. It allows users to wire together devices, APIs, and online services in new and interesting ways. The Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver node is an extension for Node-RED that enables the use of Selenium WebDriver, a powerful tool for controlling web browsers through programmatic scripts. In this tutorial, we will guide you through the process of using Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver to automate web browser interactions within Node-RED. We'll cover installation, configuration, and provide a simple code example to demonstrate its usage. Before you begin, make sure you have the following. After installing the package, you need to configure the Selenium WebDriver node. Follow these steps. Now, let's create a simple flow that opens a website and interacts with it using Selenium WebDriver. Your flow should look like this. Deploy the flow, and then click the Inject node to start the Selenium WebDriver. Here's a simple example code snippet for the Selenium WebDriver node in a function node. This code navigates to https://example.com, finds the first H1 element on the page, and outputs its text to the debug node. You have successfully learned how to use Node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver in Node-RED to automate web browser interactions. This tutorial covered installation, configuration, and provided a simple code example to get you started. Explore further to leverage the full capabilities of Selenium WebDriver within your Node-RED flows. ChatGPT. Absolutely, I'd be glad to help you get started with node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver. This package allows you to control web browsers using Selenium WebDriver within Node-RED, a flow-based development tool for visual programming. Firstly, ensure you have Node-RED installed. You can install node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver by following these steps. If you haven't installed Node-RED, you can do so globally via npm, Node Package Manager, by running. Once Node-RED is installed, you can install node-red-contrib-selenium-webdriver using Node-RED's Palette Manager or via npm. Start Node-RED by typing Node-RED in your terminal. It will be accessible via a web browser at http://127.0.0.1:1880. Here's an example flow. This flow consists of an inject node connected to the Selenium WebDriver node. When you trigger the inject node, it will open the specified URL in the browser. Feel free to adjust this example to fit your specific needs or incorporate other nodes to create more complex workflows in Node-RED using Node-RED-contrib-selenium-webdriver. ChatGPT.